This is what it looked like in the early 70s. And then David Bowie made it look like this.
Now Ziggy play guitar, jamming good with weird and the spiders from Mars, when they played it left hand, but it made it too far.
When Bowie appeared on Top of the Pops in 1972, in a leotard and makeup, rock and roll changed forever.
There's a starman waiting in the sky.
Rock stars had always traded on their sexuality, but not bisexuality and not uncertain gender. With his alter ego, Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie began a journey of self-invention and reinvention. Today, with the journey over, even the location for that cover shot became a shrine. When Ziggy Stardust came out, I was 12 years old. It said on the back, play at maximum volume. So I put my head between two speakers on the floor and did. I wanted to hear every note and every word, and so did millions of other people.
England was an incredibly grey place, both literally and metaphorically, in the early 70s. And when David Bowie appeared on Top of the Pops, played Starman in the summer of 1972, it kind of changed an entire generation. I think you can look at the gender fluidity these days and trace it all back to what David Bowie was doing in the early 70s with Ziggy Stardust and Aladdin Sane, and the way that he was playing with sexuality. You only have to look at music currently and also fashion to see how influential he has been.
And then, suddenly, Ziggy was gone. Bowie, it turned out, had not one persona, but many. Next up was the blue-eyed soul boy of Young Americans. Bowie claimed he was only waving in this infamous photo from 1976, but while adopting the persona of the thin white duke, he did say on record that Britain could benefit from a fascist leader. Later, he described himself in this period as deranged. From 60s folk to 90s electronica and beyond, Bowie spotted trends and memes that others could barely sense. In painting, as in music, he raided the zeitgeist and gave it back to us, only better.
Whatever the job in hand is the style that I tend to adopt. I'm pretty anti-consistency in style, much as I am in music.
Famously shy of ceremonies, Bowie sent Kate Moss to collect his Brit Award on the eve of the Scottish referendum campaign and to say this.
Thank you very, very much, and Scotland, stay with us.
But Bowie's main political contribution was to the politics of the personal. Today, it's common to create your own identity, define your own sexuality and even gender, and to live multiple and parallel personalities. David Bowie wasn't the first to do that, but he was the first one to do it defiantly in front of millions of people.
Oh, yeah.
Do you indulge in any form of worship? Life. I love life very much indeed.
Ziggy played guitar.